Kicking off the morning. Gonna check out this V70R. It's not running right. I think it's starving for air. I'm gonna see if it's got an intercooler leak or something real quick, and then head to the junkyard to get a starter for Panther. Panther starter is jacked up. Let's see what's happening here. Doo-doo-doo is really acting like it's got a massive air leak somewhere in the intercooler system. Man, this intercooler piping up here looks pretty good. Doo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo. Do-do-do-do-do. Get on this ground. It's wet. Huh? Everything looks under control here. I don't see any busted intercooler, nothing. Huh? Got some oil coming out of the turbo. Man, that piping feels good there. Do-do-do-do-do. Well. Let me pull this out of the way. Takes two hands. Looks like I got it. Bottom of this pipe there is torn open. Let me put a light on this thing. Reach my hand down there. Look at that. Throttle body pipe torn open. Got it. We're all done here. LKQ, you pick your part. Checking it out. There is a gold 850 wagon out here in a beautiful car. Sad that it's out here, but hey, it is what it is. There's also a 960 out here. Somebody asked me to get a throttle body cable for him. Might check that out. See what else going on out here. See if I can find a throttle body tube for a Barron. This car has a beautiful dash pad. We're gonna take the dash pad. I'm gonna take this roof liner because I left the one for Red Barron that was busted up, and we're gonna scat. Here it is. The Panther has a bad starter. Heck, I think I done lost my starter cap. Maybe I'll put my starter cap somewhere else. Anyway, it's time for me to do a oil change and do an oil sample and test the engine temp without my oil cooler lines. So I'm probably knock those off within the next couple of days. But as for right now, I need to change this starter. That starter is dead, man. It ain't doing nothing. So I'm gonna pull my OTE pipe. I think I'm gonna do my starter without doing my fan. I was gonna do my fan mod and my starter. I'll just do the fan mod when I do my intercooler here in the next week or so. So there's my boost leak there for my boost gauge. So I'm gonna go ahead and pull this starter out and put this old crusty one I got in there. We are about to dig into Red Barron, take care of all of this petty cosmetic stuff. First, we're gonna read the mileage on the car. As you can see, it says 145,370, and the trip computer is not registering. Odometer is not registering. That's the signal that the gears broke. So I'm gonna find the OBD2 port around here somewhere. Dig that out of the dash area here. I'm gonna plug my V-Peep reader in it. Probably any of them would work. And there it is down here. And then I'm gonna turn the Bluetooth on my phone, open up the 850 app, and read the mileage that is stored in the cluster. It is not stored in the ECU. It's stored in the cluster. So if the cluster is replaced, it's going to be wrong. I'm going to start my screen recorder, turn the ignition on. As you can see, my VP is plugged in and lit up, and activate the mileage reading app. Okay, stick the key in the ignition. I think I'm going to turn it to run and not start it. Second position, lights on in the dash. Now I'm going to come down here and activate my 850 app and top off the coolant, change the oil and filter. Then we're going to pull this dash pad off, replace the gear in the instrument cluster, set it to the proper mileage, then put that together. Then we need to go get a air filter for this intake pipe here. Battery's disconnected, dash pad is out. Going to take the cluster out, fix the mileage, and fix the gear. Then I'm going to go ahead and pull the steering wheel off. It's an R steering wheel, but it's just too ratty. So we're going to clean up the airbag, put a fresh steering wheel on here, and put the cluster back in. The mounts on top of the dash are busted, so we're going to get some epoxy and glue that back on, or some super glue, before we put this cluster back in. It's messed up. So I got it right and the left. Get this cluster out of here and fix this odometer. And that's that line right there to the boost gauge and to the trip computer. I was bragging to Andrew how the little gear out here is always busted and the one in here is never busted, and this stuff is like jello in here, and two of the teeth busted right off. So I gotta go find another gear for this. I got a half a cluster in the back of the car, but it doesn't have this gear in it. Let me check one more time for one of these gear assemblies and see if I got a better one of those here. Well, started chasing my tail. I had a extra odometer gear assembly, couldn't find it to get that gear off of it, so scratched that. Couldn't find the oil I had purchased, scratched that. So started to chase my tail, so I just shut it down. We'll pick it up in the morning when we're nice and fresh. Hitting on Red Barron, boy. Sounds like the starter is staying engaged on Little Red. Go ahead and start the car. So if you ever hear this sound, that's what this is. The starter staying engaged. Alright, cut it off. We should be good to go. Elizabeth's gonna see if this old starter I got out of the salvage yard is gonna work. Crap, the starter don't work. There it goes. Just need a little bump. We'll see how long it works.